what kind of a discussion you want to have. Not like what you want to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
but that like comes secondary. But like first of all, like what kind of discussion you want to have. Because like if you want to have like a discussion where there's like an audience in mind, firstly, instead of like good faith, for example, those discussions uh, vary undependent on the content of the discussion. We can talk about like mushrooms in a way where we do talk about mushrooms because the audience wants to learn something, uh, or we want because we want to present uh, some facts in accordance with our skill to the audience, like in a debate, or we just want to learn more about, like, compare our knowledge upon about the mushrooms, right? And that wouldn't be a debate. There would be like a different type of discussion. Is that is that
I
something that?
I'm not. Honestly, I didn't understand almost anything that you said.
Mm.
Let's pick a topic. Well, then we can debate, and you'll teach me your style, and correct me at any time. I'll try to keep up. If you can just keep the answers short, because I got lost with all the information. So, like, what are you an expert at? Are you like, do you believe in global warming?
Um, what
What?
if I believe? You're asking me about my beliefs. My
Yeah.
beliefs are not important.
What are
I'm
you?
not a
Mm-hmm.
believer.
What?
Okay.
Well, that's fine. So, like, what propositions would you like to debate? Do you have propositions that you
Debate?
want to support? You want to validate? I don't know what the proper wording is according to your style. So, like for example, I only I claim that propositions that are not scientific are invalid. So I
Mhm.
so if
By
you
by the scientific, you mean by the scientific methods, right? You want to reduce the entire etymology of human perception to scientism, and that is what is quote unquote called scientism. I'm I can't disagree more.
Oh really? That's great. So we can debate that.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna discuss the proposition.
Etymology. No, not etymology. Epistemology. You want to discuss epistemology?
But yeah,
Right.
let's so the debate is, I don't know if you want to call it epistemology. I would say that a proposition that is not scientific is improper. That would be my proposition. So the debate is, it's a meta debate. It's a debate about debate. What is a debate? So I would suggest, I would propose that the proposition, a debate a debate proposition that is unscientific is invalid. It's not a valid proposition. That would be my contention. That would be my contention. Would you agree that that's a good topic to debate? Or do you want to rephrase it? Wait, you're silent. You're muted. Hello? Hello? Let me check. Let me check who's with us. Oh, there's two people watching. Hello, everyone. You can join us on the Discord. This is our Discord. I say, join us on Discord. I'm so tired. So tired. Wait, Agatha. So, Damon, where are you? Why are you not responding? Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, okay. Anyway, so I'll explain to the audience listening the propositions. The proposition is, I've debated this before, that if you make an unscientific proposition, if your proposition is unscientific, then for me, it's invalid. I have nothing to say about it. It's I cannot relate to it. So, for example, if you say God, my proposition is God exists, and the definition of God, that God is ethereal, amorphic, does not have a body. So,
Oh, hey,
okay,
I'm back.
where did you
Sorry, I was
go?
out gone.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to talk to my roommate. So, sorry.
Oh, roommate.
What were you talking about, God?
I just explained to the audience. I explained to the
Okay.
audience the proposition. So my proposition is that if that a debate proposition that is unscientific is invalid, meaning, for example,
Okay.
if the proposition is there is a God, then and the definition of God is such that God has no body, is amorphic. I think it's called amorphic
Mm-hmm.
or ethereal. So
Mm-hmm.
such a god cannot be tested under a microscope, for example. So, or cannot be seen in a telescope. Like, there's no way we can test this theory that there is a god. If there is no way to test
Mm-hmm.
it, that makes it unscientific. Therefore, to me, it is invalid. I simply cannot relate to such a proposition. I wouldn't know how to respond to it, even within my own mind. Like, I don't know what it means to have that there is a God that is unscientific, that is no
Oh, I see.
body, and so on. So, what do you think about this idea?
So there's like, yeah, there's like certain approaches to certain questions.
Hmm.
And really depends what God means to one. It really depends like what God means to someone, or like how one
Right.
pictures God. If you want to personifize it, or you want to like attach certain, I don't know, um, attributes to God,
Hmm.
and then you have like you have no use for unscientific, non-verifiable concepts, right? Let's say God is a concept,
Hmm.
and you have no use for scientifically non-verifiable concepts, or like there's
Yeah.
no use, or like you don't want to have any deal with it.
No,
You can
it's
see
not.
how other people, huh?
It's
Something?
not. It's not about wanting or usefulness. It's that I cannot relate to it. There's no way. You took
Yes,
away. Yeah.
you personally. Yes, you
Yeah.
personally cannot.
Yeah. Yeah. Me
Okay,
personally, and
that's fine.
therefore by projection, everyone else in all the known multiverses.
By projection, yes.
I'm
The projection
assuming.
might be a fallacy. Yes, the assumption, right?
Yeah.
So the assumption in it might be like a fallacy, right? Here where people have their own way of understanding the world, and it might be a lesser good way or a better way. There's like a degrees of ways of how people understand the world around them,
But
and
again,
that has like varied through time. You know, like 5,000, 2,000, 1,000 years ago, people had a different conception of even what science is, or like what a scientific process is, and we have figured it out to some degree of complexity, and so on, refinement. We haven't reached the end, of course, of our understanding of science, or the world, but there is like maybe like a more and less refined way of understanding the world, and people had that forever. Like everybody has that. I would argue even animals have that. They have to interact with the world. They have like some understanding of like
mhm.
the in a
Mhm,
consequential way. If they do something, something will happen. Really, basically, right?
mhm,
Um, and I don't want to judge people personally,
mhm.
or on their complexity of understanding the world, because in my opinion, the ultimate complexity is yet to be discovered. It's like we haven't reached the end of history. I'm not like even imagining we're like at the end of understanding of the scientific method, or anything like you want to mention there. I understand that this is the pinnacle of our scientific understanding, the method, and so on. I don't want to dispute that. I'm just saying, like in a contextualization of the historical development of sciences, blah blah blah. Um, and it's fine, like people can have like a lesser and better understanding of the world around them, like how things work, how the world works, what place we have in the world, like or place, like or like our identity in the world.
Look, but
Um, I
hold on.
and
But
even like if they're like mentally like not so smart, maybe even right, like they have like a difference between like 70 and 170 IQ. You will have like just a qualitative difference of the complexity of understanding of the world around you. And I won't judge people based on that.
hold on. So,
Hmm.
so I mean that I don't know. Again, I don't know how to relate to that. So unfortunately, I have to be the ultimate judge. And so if somebody says I believe 1 plus 1 is 3, I don't care. In my mind, he is lying or wrong, probably lying. So I like if you tell me no, no, he really believes it, I have to deny that option. It's I can, as far as I can tell, it's impossible. He might as well tell me, some other contradiction that I cannot relate to. If you tell me that 1 plus 1 is 2 and 3 simultaneously, or 1 plus 1 is whatever, it's ridiculous. I don't believe you. When you say this is what you believe, I don't believe. I don't believe you. You're lying. I'll give you a chance to explain, but if I don't, if it doesn't make sense to me, then that's the end of that. I have nothing else. Like I only have my brain, my mind, with which to judge true and false. So within my limitation, I have to proclaim a proclamation. I have to give a verdict, and
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
so so I don't accept this theory that everyone has like this subjective or relativist approach to
Mhm.
people.
You know what?
I have to project. I have to
Mhm.
assume everyone is like me. Otherwise, I don't know what truth is. It's like I that's it's I
I
cannot
see.
deal with it.
You have a certain fear. Yeah, there's a very primal fear about the unknown, right? We have to
By the
deal
way,
with.
I can barely understand what you're
Mm.
saying. Your bass is really strong.
That's
So
just my normal voice. I am not
no,
using
I mean, yeah. I'm saying
a voice changer or anything.
no. It's like the bass is strong. It's very difficult to make out the words that you're saying. It's just a very strong
Oh,
bass. You can hear you can. I gave you a link to the video. You can hear yourself, and I can just like
no, it's
I'm
fine. I can make like I more cut off words if that would help your video production.
a little bit. It's not about production. I can just barely understand you. It's not just the production. The production is also very not good, but maybe you can lower the sensitivity of your microphone so you can yell more. Unless it's like, is it nighttime where you
Lower.
are?
Yes, it's nighttime.
So that's the problem. So you're speaking very close to the microphone. So the microphone is not
Yeah,
designed for the way you're speaking. The
maybe.
microphone, yeah. Okay, let's continue. Nevertheless, let's continue. So you're in Europe, if so, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
just I do want to respond like to your like
sure.
personal, because I think this is very
Mm-hmm.
important for the
Mm-hmm.
development of your understanding.
Sure.
For the development of your understanding.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong. Like not from
Yeah.
the audiences. I think there's like a personal understanding of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Not I'm not talking about like objective truth. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
talking about that. I'm not
Objective
talking
what?
about I'm talking about truth. I'm not
Oh,
talking about truth.
okay.
I'm talking about understanding
Okay.
or interpretation.
Okay.
Right. There is a certain interpretation you have of what I just said, or there's a certain interpretation you have of the experiences you had based on the communal history you have, or
Mm-hmm.
like your identity even. Okay, it's very personalized, right? Your understanding.
Okay.
I don't even want to talk about truth, or what like truth means or is. I want to go before that. I want to go
Mm-hmm.
to like how do we understand each other if we
Mm-hmm.
have a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
It seems more important that you will you will hear some words that I am saying, and then you will interpret them as your personal interpretation. And there are other people that will interpret them differently.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I want to like craft this discussion based on what I perceive that your interpretation might want to pick up from. And other people that are listening to this have a different understanding of the world, and they have different necessities for
Um,
their interpretation to latch upon what I am
okay.
uttering, my
Uh,
utterances.
okay. Listen, I'm not able to follow. Why don't we just start
Mm,
the debate? I honestly,
mm, mm.
uh, I mean, you're talking and talking,
Yeah.
and I honestly have zero idea what you're saying. Honestly, so
Yes, I
if
understand.
you
It's fine.
if you feel my proposition is wrong, let's debate it, and let's discover through a debate. You try to disprove me, and so on. So,
Hmm.
what do you think of
Hmm.
the
It is your
proposition?
preferred style. It's
What?
fine. What was? Can you repeat it? Can you repeat it?
It's in the side chat. So, a debate
What?
proposition that is unscientific is invalid.
It's invalid.
Yeah,
Yes.
except for this proposition, which is not scientific. This proposition, yeah, but that's because of the incompleteness. Yeah, because of the incompleteness
That's
theorem.
good.
Because of the
That's good.
because of the incompleteness theorem, you never have ground truth. So any system you need axioms. So this is the axiom on which my debate theory rests. So I agree.
I
Axioms.
guess you already answered your question right now.
You
Like you
answered my.
answered your proposition. You answered your proposition yourself.
What
Like
do
what
you
the
mean?
problems with your proposition. You exposed the problems.
No, no, I didn't expose the
Yeah.
problem. This is the incompleteness theorem. So no system
Yes.
is ever complete. So every
Exactly.
system, so every system must depend on axioms.
No, if well,
Yes.
it's okay.
Yeah. The-
Principles or axioms. Okay, if you equate them, okay, sure.
right. So
If you
this
equivocate principles and axioms.
lightened. You're echoing.
Hello.
Hi.
Am I? Shit.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't know why this computer does this. Fuck. 1 second. Let me lower the volume.
Do you have a headset?
I do. I lost my earbuds and I'm doing some laundry and the other one's not connected via Bluetooth. So I'm just like, fuck it.
Hmm. So you can mute yourself because we're like having a one-on-one debate. If you just want to interject like once in a while, that's fine. But in general, we're like one-on-one if you don't mind.
Here. I'm gonna turn the volume up and I'll mute myself.
That's fine. By the way, this is on
And
you. We're streaming this on YouTube
I'll say
too.
hello.
Nah, that's good.
Oh, oh shit! That means I'm on YouTube now.
Yeah,
Fuck.
the link is on the side chat if you're curious. All right,
Okay.
Ag- Agoto domain. So, so
Mhm.
at this time, do you agree or disagree with my proposition?
Um,
Which,
my nickname is Agathos Daimon, which means noble spirit in Koine
which,
Greek.
which means what?
Um, noble spirit in Koine Greek, and
Noble
what you
spirit.
noble
Okay.
spirit, yeah. And you're talking about validity, right? Which is
Yeah,
like
but this
logical
is
validity, but then
no,
you're presupposing logical
no,
modality.
no,
What?
no,
No, you
no.
understand? You didn't even let me finish my question, like my
But
sentence.
I disagree
Like
already.
it literally says a debate proposition is scientific is invalid, which is presupposing logical modality, right?
One second.
You're not doing one of yes.
Look, this my proposition. It's an axiom. So you either accept it or
Do you
deny
understand
it.
logical modalities? Do you
No,
understand logical modalities? All right,
no.
that it might be an issue.
What do you mean that might be an issue?
Well,
What does that mean?
what it means for you is that there is a refinement to the question, like an infinite refinement to any question that can be dissected, and which words can be put like okay, so the words, right, you uttered there, like you wrote down, right,
Yeah.
can be understood, are only understood like through certain context. And when you said invalid, right, you say the last word, right, invalid, right, there's like a lot of presuppositions going on there in that word where you say validity, because like you're presupposing a single validity, and that's as I understand it referring to logical modality, right, and you're presupposing a single logical modality, which is
I
an issue.
I d- I'm not following you. Like, okay,
Mm,
so maybe this proposition is not a good debate to have over because it's just an opinion. It's literally just an opinion. An axiom is just an opinion. So you either like it or you don't like it. I'm just saying.
mm,
Uh, I mean, obviously, if it's on, let's talk about something else. So, obviously, an unscientific
mm,
statement, we can never know anything about it. Do you agree or
mm,
disagree? Let me write it down.
mm,
An unscientific statement or proposition, or we cannot know anything about, and we
more
is
I
it,
think about yeah.
we cannot know anything about an unscientific proposition. We cannot validate it or invalidate it.
Mm. This is maybe I will try. Maybe you can attach this somehow to your understanding of scientific method, right? Like just try attach it to it.
No.
When you
What do you
have
mean?
okay, like when you have like you can imagine like people in ancient times, right? Like Neanderthals or something. People living in caves. Just imagine like, primitive, right? They haven't developed the scientific method.
Wait, do you agree or
All of this
disagree?
is like
Wait, do you agree or
I
disagree? Just tell me if you agree or disagree with.
mm, I strongly disagree.
You strongly disagree. So you have a
Yes,
way of knowing something that is unscientific.
indeed.
Let me write it down. You have a way of knowing something that is unscientific. Okay, what is the way?
Yes.
What is that way? Tell me that way. Give me the name of that way.
Valentinian Gnosticism. I can
Okay.
write it down for
Yeah,
you.
please write it down because I have no idea what you're saying. Your audio is. I'm about to lose my mind. Okay, Valentinian Gnosticism. Hmm. Can you give me a link,
Yes.
a wiki link to this entry?
You you can Google that. That's pretty much Googleable. Very
Yeah.
much.
Okay, there it is. Valentinianism.
Mhm.
Valentinian was one of the major Gnostic Christian movements founded by Valentinus in the second century AD. Its influence spread widely, not just within Rome, but also from northwest Africa to Egypt through Asia Minor and Syria in the east. Later in the movement's history, it broke into an Eastern and Western schools. Yeah, but what the doctrine, practice, and beliefs that bore his name condemn. Okay, but what is it? What is this technique? What is this method of knowing?
Mhm.
Okay, the system, the
Oh,
theology.
it's very simple.
What?
It's very simple. It's very simple.
It's very
So it
simple. Okay.
opposes the Ionian and Athenian schools of epistemological approaches to rationalization and reduces true knowledge to one of the what we call today feelings or love.
I don't know what you're saying. I can barely hear. I can barely understand, and you're
Huh?
using very long Discord words. So, what is? Give me an example of something that you know unscientifically. Like, for example, do you know God unscientifically?
I know that I love my mother unscientifically.
You know what of your mother? What? You love your
I
mother?
love her.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so you know that you love her unscientifically. Okay, the fact that you
Yes.
yeah, the fact that you call it unscientifically, that's an improper use of the word scientifically. Scientifically means you cannot experience it.
No, I cannot verify it. Scientific method is a method of verification, empirical verification specifically.
I mean, there's many
Mr. Slay,
ways.
you should know since you
No,
follow it.
we could
No,
use
there was your scientific method today is verificable
ver- yeah,
empirically. You
verifiable.
cannot say it's not okay.
Yes. Okay, but
Verifiable. Yes,
so
yes.
first of all, I
Okay.
mean, so your love to your mother, we can first of all we can pose it scientifically. We can make the proposition scientifically, namely, Damon
Mm.
loves his mother. Okay, we can
Okay.
pose a proposition. The next step would be to
Mhm.
devise a theory, to a
Mm.
mechanical theory to
Mm.
explain this
Mhm.
love, which would
Good
be
luck.
why good luck. I mean, it's
Oh,
apparent.
yes, yes, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
wait, what do you mean good luck? I'm in the middle of posing. What do you mean good luck?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
I
Go
mean,
ahead. Go
we
ahead.
this is apparent throughout nature that children love
Oh,
their
yeah, naturalism. Naturalism.
no,
It's not
no,
scientific.
no. This is science. What do you mean? This is scientific. I mean, there is a science of biology.
Naturalism is not scientific.
What do you mean? There's
Naturalism is
wait,
unscientific.
hold on. I don't know.
Naturalism is unscientific.
I'm not. I don't. I never heard of this word naturalism. So we have an animal kingdom, and in this animal
Mhm.
kingdom, in general, children,
Mm.
offsprings are very attached to their moms, especially with the warm-blooded ones. I mean,
Hmm.
we have and you see kittens and puppies and all in the entire animal kingdom, and chimps. I was just the other day looking at a mom chimp. She was carrying literally a skeleton of her little child around. Must have been probably for months. It was completely dried up, and she was still carrying it and caring for it. So obviously, this is human.
Sadly, the
You
weight of
see?
the argument doesn't lie on the words as obvious and like expressing like or betoning it in your voice. That is not where the weight of the argument for non-sophists lie.
I have no idea what you just said. Just that you claim that me raising my
Sophists,
voice,
sophists,
me getting me
sophists. You know what
raising.
sophist
Hold
is?
on. Once let me just try and verify that you said that, because your audio, I'm losing my mind. So you're saying that me raising my voice and maybe becoming emotional when I remember this, that is unscientific? Is that what you're saying? Or that it's not evidence? Is that what you said?
Uh,
Something like that?
no, but
No.
also,
What?
also maybe yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Also maybe
so
yes. Also yeah.
I completely disagree with you. I mean, when it comes to love, we recognize love as a phenomenon, and we humans react like we react to other
I
phenomena. To
don't
every,
I don't recognize love as a phenomenon.
I have no idea
Oh,
what you
you're a
just said.
phenomenologist. Okay, okay, okay.
I'm a
Phenomenologist.
phenomenologist. I don't know what
Okay,
that
okay.
means. I don't know what you're saying.
Phenomenology. Yes, I'm sorry. I am. Hmm.
Yeah,
I deal with like philosophical terms, right?
I don't know
Like
what you're saying.
philosophical quote.
I don't know what you're saying. Your audio
I
is off.
deal. I deal. I
Ideal,
deal with philosophical
ideal,
classifications. I deal with
philosophical,
philosophical. I
ideal. What? Ideal? You deal? What do you mean ideal? The idea? I don't know what you're saying. But I don't know why you're saying this. I mean, okay, write it down. Let's see. I deal with philosophical classifications. I don't know how that's related. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we're talking about love. So in general, you thought that you're going to disprove my scientific method with love, right? I understand, but no. What do you mean no? You said your love to your mother. You know that you love your mother. You think that that is an unscientific claim, and I don't think it's an unscientific claim, because there's many ways we can test it. But before that, we can come up with a theory, with a model to explain. And we know this phenomenon very well in nature. This is, I mean, we see this everywhere. This phenomenon, we see this with humans. Basically, every human loves their mom, and every mom loves their child. And we see this in the animal kingdom. Every mom kitten loves her kittens, and so do the kittens love their mom. This is an incredible bond. This is obviously a scientific phenomenon. It's reproducible. It's verifiable. There is evidence for it through and through. I don't see the issue. So now your claim is not that you love your mom. Your claim is that you know that you love your mom. So I don't know that you know that you love your mom. I would have to. We would have to test. This last one is very important. I don't know what you're talking about. So look, you made a proposition.
Scientism.
Look, you claimed as
I
if
did.
this. Hold on. You made a claim that you have a way of knowing that is not scientific. So
Indeed.
knowing that you love your mom is absolutely scientific, to say the least. To say the least, you experience this love. Why are you laughing?
Hmm.
Why?
It's very cute. Oh, it's cute.
Okay, that's not an argument. So you want to make an argument?
Um,
No, it's not. It's just like I am certain that you are not understanding what you're saying.
I'm not understanding what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're certain of that? Which word am I
Yes.
not certain of? What are you talking
Mm. When you say, do you know what scientific is, or like what the adjective scientific means?
about? I don't know. I don't know what look. You promised me
Yeah.
that you have a new
What?
method to tell me about of knowing
Yes, I
without
do.
science. Could you please tell me? I'm trying to figure
I
out.
just told you.
Yeah, you told me, but the
I
example
just
you
told
gave
you.
me is the most scientific claim. Like, you know that you love your
Yeah.
mom. I know that
I
I
think
love my
you're
mom.
using.
Yes. What?
So I believe we would have to go to the scientific method. Scientific method, and we would have to go this discussion
Well, okay, let me.
about
No, no,
the
no. We
scientific
don't. No, we
method.
don't need. I mean, we don't need. No, no, no. We're
The
not going
scientific
anywhere.
method is an
No,
empiric.
no, we don't need to go. No,
We
we
have
don't
to,
need. No,
because
no,
I
no.
think there is the crux of
Okay,
our
look, look,
there's the
look.
crux of
You
our
don't
meeting for
have.
me.
You don't have a way of knowing.
I
Look,
don't
you
have to
don't.
look.
Look, you don't have a way
Look,
of knowing
the
outside of
scientific method is
science.
an empirical method for acquiring knowledge that has characterized the development of science since at least 17th century. I'm reading from Wikipedia. I'm not making this up. The scientific method involves careful observation coupled with rigorous skepticism, because cognitive assumptions can distort the interpretation of the observation. Scientific inquiry includes creating a hypothesis through
What do you want to
inductive
say?
reasoning.
What look,
This
stop
in-
reading. Stop reading. Stop. We're not reading. We're not here to read entries in Wikipedia. What do you want to say? Just say it. What's your objection?
well,
You
the
don't have a
scientific
way.
method,
You don't have a
the
way of
science.
knowing outside of science. You didn't come up with
I do.
anything. What?
I just want to tell you about it. There have been like numerous ways of um, predating the
Give
scientific
me
method,
another example. Look,
of
look.
knowing.
Give me.
I
This is
I
not a good
do.
example. Oh,
Okay.
look. I know,
Okay.
for me to know that I love my mother is scientific. I know it like I know 1 + 1 is 2, and so on.
The
This is
scientific
very
method is an empirical method for
yes,
acquiring knowledge.
yes,
Empirical method. So
yes,
an empirical
empirical.
method
Yes, empirical. Yes,
includes
empirical. I know that I
measurement,
love my mom empirically. I don't know it
measurement,
some other way.
measurement,
Yes, we can measure it.
measurement.
Yeah, we
Let
can
me just say
measure
this
it.
again.
We can measure
Yes.
your love to your
Mm,
mom. We can measure your love to your mom. It's measurable. You just define a metric and you go and test it.
yes, define, but you will have to define. You will have to decide upon a metric, right?
Yes, like in every science.
Unscientifically.
That's science. In science, you
Oh,
define a
unscientifically.
metric. What you think the metric is going to appear from heaven?
What's the metric for measuring love,
I
Mr.
don't
Science?
know. We can come up with a metric. I can
Yes.
ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do
Mhm.
you love your mom? Stop interrupting me every stop interrupting me every time I speak. Your only interruption is to laugh. You don't interrupt with any evidence or any
Go
claims. You
ahead.
just laugh. You laugh while I
Go
speak.
ahead.
No. So
No.
anyway, okay, you speak. I don't know. What do you want to say? Stop laughing. Come on. Your audio is. I cannot make out your words. Why are you laughing? Why are you
Because
laughing?
I'm talking to something that can be equivocated to a child.
What?
I'm talking to someone that can be equivocated to a child. That's why I'm laughing. I think it's funny.
Okay, so stop. Okay, when you want to laugh, mute yourself because that's not interesting to anyone. That's not input. You don't have any input. When you have input, please
Mhm.
input into
Mhm.
the conversation. Stop making noises, please. Stop making noises. Only input to the conversation, information. You're not being informative. You're not debating. Making
There's a
noises is
certain
not
context,
debating.
and the context informs.
What?
I'm not debating.
You're not
I am not
debating?
debating.
You're
No,
not debating? So what are you doing then if you're not
exactly.
debating? What?
I'm having a conversation. I am having a conversation.
Okay.
I'm
So
conversing.
do me a favor. Do me a favor. If you want to have a conversation with me, if it's up to you, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh while I speak. Don't make noises while I speak. Again, you do this again. Please stop it already. Do me a favor.
It's
Just do
very
me a
hard.
favor. As a
Very hard.
favor.
It's very hard.
As a favor. If you want to have a conversation with me, this is my minimal requirement. Your audio is atrocious. I can barely
Indeed.
understand if you're saying something or laughing or making noises. So just do me a favor, stop making noises. I'm not asking for much. That's the first request.
I can
Second,
agree upon that
yes,
condition. I can
yes.
agree upon that condition under the condition that you will stop raising your voice and getting all heat up and excited. Because once you get all heat up and excited because of your lack of understanding, that makes me laugh. So I'm very sorry. I have a very strange, sadistic humor, which you trigger. And please do not trigger my humor.
Okay. The reason I'm raising my voice is because you talk while I talk. It's not because I get heated. I'm trying to complete a sentence and for the audience to understand me while you're making noises, preventing me from being clear. That's the reason I'm raising my voice. I'm not raising my voice emotionally, it's purely technical. Just stop
Mm,
interrupting.
mm.
Stop, you know. Look, now, if you want to have a debate, let's have a debate. You don't want to have a debate, let's leave it at that because your audio is atrocious. I can barely understand you. You don't want to have a debate, that's fine. We can remain good friends. Either way, we can be good friends. I don't mind. And you're obviously a smart guy. You're a nice guy. You got to fix your mic, and I only, if you want to have a debate, that's fine. You don't want to have a debate, that's also fine. It's up to you, but you got to decide: debate or we're gonna say goodbye. It's up to you. You decide. No hard feelings either
Maybe
way.
I'll tickle your pinkle.
What?
Maybe I'll tickle your pinkle.
What?
Hmm?
I have no idea what you
What?
just said. Write it
I
down.
said I'll
In
tickle your anus.
what you will
Tickle your
tickle?
anus.
You want to tickle my anus? What?
Yes. Yes. That's
What
what
does
I
that
said.
mean? What do you mean by that?
Tickle your anus.
Yeah, what do you mean by that? I gave you an ultimatum: debate me, or we'll
Mm.
leave. We say goodbye as friends. So just tell me yes or no. Do you want to debate? Yes or no, and I'll be
Yes,
happy.
yes.
Okay, so you want to debate. So from this point
Oh,
on, is a
yes, most
debate.
most certainly.
So from this point, it's
It's
a
only
debate.
debate, nothing else.
What?
Yes. So my epistemological approach to knowledge is based on love,
Okay, I
not the
no.
scientific method.
I was hoping you would say
I
no
will
and
write it
leave.
down.
I was hoping you would say no and leave.
I know.
I just wanted to give you a way out
I'm from.
because your audio,
I
I
know.
cannot deal with your audio and your
Mhm,
personality. You're
mhm.
an agitator, and I actually like agitators. It makes for great content, and tickling my ass, that's also
Yes,
great
but
content.
you are a strong speaker. You just want to continue speaking because you think you're like a speaker,
No,
despite your knowledge being severely minimal, right? And then you want to present yourself as someone knowledgeable to YouTube channel. I understand that. Like it's very flattering to your ego. I do not recommend you continue doing this.
you can go listen to all my videos Oh, and he left. What a surprise. Yeah, what a surprise. Anyway, he doesn't have Valentinianism, whatever, is not a way of knowing outside of science. It's nonsense. It's baloney. It's people pretending they believe in God and pretending they believe in morality and pretending they believe in nonsense. And they don't want us scientists to take it away from them. That's all. So he'll play every which game. He wasn't debating, he was debating, and he's a meanie. Well, yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, at least if his audio was normal, I could have dealt with it. But this is something I just cannot deal with, such atrocious audio. So anyway, that was I. It was actually pretty good content. Unfortunately, the audio was horrendous. Anyway, we're gonna stop here. Thank you very much, everyone. See you next time.